I'm gonna put this out there right off the bat. This is not a sponsored video by Vinyl Me Please. I will admit that I buy way too many records from them and I continue to make too many videos about them, but here is another one. Read that title correctly, and it is definitely not clickbait. If you watch this video at some point in 2023, this offer stands for the entire year. If you sign up for a year subscription to Vinyl Me Please, you will get a coupon for 8 free records that you get to choose, and I've done this, and I've received my 8 free pieces of vinyl. Now, which records did I get? Well, keep watching, but there are actually other ways to get free records from them that we'll go over, and this is all part of their 10th anniversary celebrations. If you don't know who or what Vinyl Me Please is, I made a very thorough video discussing all the things you need to know about the service. You can watch that video right here. To keep it simple, it's a record of the month club. You sign up for a fee, you get a record sent to you per month from a genre or track of your choosing. There's a lot more involved. You're not just limited to their choices. Definitely go watch the full review video and check out all the things that you get with the service. It's pretty great and continues to astonish me with great pressings, great musical choices, and great deals like this one. So like I said, to get the 8 free records, you need to sign up for the entire year service. But let's break this down for a minute. The year service paid annually as of 2023 is $435 and gets you 12 records a month for 12 months, which works out to $36.25 per record. Now, before we go further, let's just analyze one record from the previous year's offering, the Beastie Boys' Check Your Head, which came out in the Essentials track for November of 2022. Now, this is a double LP cut from the original analog master tapes, and this is a red color variant that isn't even offered anywhere else, including from the Beastie Boys' own website. And when these sell out, and they eventually will sell out, this record will be sought after, as the Beastie Boys are a vinyl treasure, and this is one of the greatest records ever made in my opinion, and it's an all analog AAA cut. Plus, they recreated this jacket amazingly. They threw in some bonus artwork, as they always do, and an additional booklet for the record of the month, plus this awesome OB strip, which is really cool. And this is $36, which to me is a steal. If I saw this in a record store for $36, I would take it all day long. You better believe if a brick and mortar record store actually had this in their store, they'd be charging $60 for this easily. Now, for the deal in 2023, you're getting an 8 additional free records. Right away, this is bringing your price per record down from $36 to $21.75. You can get this Beastie Boys record, or better yet, let's look ahead. You get a Sublime double LP in orange for $21.75. Or you can get another amazing hip hop record from Madlib, Shades of Blue, also double LP, also limited color variant, also I believe it's a AAA cut, for $21.75 if you sign up for this deal in 2023. Technically, if you sign up now, Check Your Head is actually one of the free records that you could get, so really you could get this record free. Now let's take a minute, because I'm selling this hard, but I am not sponsored, affiliated, or even given a slight discount from Vinyl Me Please. In fact, I'm actually a little angry at them at the moment because I have a pre-order that's come in stock and should have shipped already with my last record of the month and didn't. And I've emailed them about 3 times about it and I've not gotten any answer. But I do have to weigh that with the fact that I just got $328 worth of free records in the mail with free shipping. And they probably have like 100,000 emails a day right now dealing with this. So I'm not just shilling this. This is a great deal for a vinyl lover and vinyl collector. These records are premium and some you cannot get anywhere else. And this deal is really, really sick. So you should take advantage of it. To break down this deal even further, I am mentioning double LP and color variants. Not all the choices that you can go through for the 8 free records are double LPs, so you won't always get that exact kind of value, but you certainly could if you were smart about it. I got $328 worth of vinyl, but I easily could have gotten $50 records, and that would have brought the closer total to more like $400. A couple of things to add before we get into the records that I chose and why. You can get 1 free record if you sign up for the 3-month plan, and you can get 3 free records if if you sign up for the 6-month plan. And then if you sign up for the 12-month plan, like we're talking about here, you get the 8 free records. Now, a little tip or trick, or maybe it's a financial trap, depending on how you look at it. Vinyl Me Please is handled through Shop Pay, which means you can also qualify to split the payments of the yearly cost into 4 interest-free payments that are also credit check free that come out every 2 weeks. So if you don't or can't, like me, take the full plunge of $435 right off the bat, you can split that payment over 8 weeks. I'm the worst person when it comes to financial planning, so do not listen to me. This is not a financial planning channel. One other thing to mention, and this is something to continue to check back with, they have a selection of 250 records that they have allowed for this promotion, and they are definitely not crap records. Like I mentioned, Check Your Head is in there, Nebraska from Bruce Springsteen is in there, Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde. All of these are absolutely amazing choices, but I think that selection of 250 is going to change as records get bought and new ones get added, and I think it might change as the year goes on. So either I made a huge mistake by getting the ones I chose first, and then they will add awesome ones later that I'm not going to be able to get, but I really don't care. Like I said, I got 8 free records here, so this is pretty awesome. There are a couple exclusives that I wanted to get that are not part of the 250 promotion. I was kind of bummed out about, but again, at the end of the day, I'm getting 8 free records. This is actually crazy.
Crazy, this is crazy, this is crazy.
Because I got these 8 records, plus I got my record of the month for March, so I got 9 albums, and one of those records was a double LP, so 10 pieces of vinyl. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss this. They also mailed my Cadet record box set while this was coming in, so 8 more pieces of vinyl are coming in with that. Again, please subscribe so you don't miss that unboxing and presentation. So many pieces of vinyl are coming in. I'm seriously having an issue at the moment with shelf space. Another reason to subscribe to the channel, I'm going to be doing some live streams coming up soon, and I am going to be offering and just giving away pieces of vinyl for free, no strings attached. Just watch and I will spin a wheel and pick a name, and it could be yours, and some of those pieces of vinyl are going to include the Mars Volta, some of them are going to include Idris Muhammad, Pink Floyd, the Beatles. Definitely subscribe and like this video and tell your friends, and be sure to watch out for that live stream coming up.
I'm in deep.
The first piece of vinyl that I chose in my 8 was Dizzy Gillespie Afro. Now, this was actually a record of the month that I chose a different record of the month for a few months back when this came out, and I've been eyeing it up ever since. This is a AAA all analog cut from Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound, and it sounds amazing. I can really say this is a very, very, very quiet record. The pressing itself sounds really great. I love the label on this. It's the original label here. Another reason I chose this is because of these booklets that come with the Vinyl Me Please Classic series. I am a huge fan of these booklets. A lot of people don't like these booklets because they put them inside of the vinyl as they're shipping. And Vinyl Me Please, if you're watching, if you could not do that, that would be helpful, because it does sometimes bend the records when they're in there. I would prefer it just to be shipped on the outside, just like this. But man, I love these booklets. I love reading the additional liner notes on them, and they're always so cool. They always match the cover in such a cool way and just make you feel like you have a very nice premium record here. Dizzy Gillespie Afro is a classic jazz record. Night in Tunisia, Mantika is on here. Night in Tunisia was one of the first tracks that I ever played for a jazz band when I was in high school, and it was a privilege to do that. And it's just, this is a great record to have. If you love jazz, if you love anything to do with Latin music or jazz, this is a staple to have, and you should definitely have this record. The next free record that we got here, I was very excited to get because I've been eyeing it for a long time since I signed up for the service. This originally came out in 2019 for Vinyl Me Please as a record of the month, back when they had white OB strips. This is a AAA lacquer cut from the original analog master tapes from Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound, and it sounds amazing on 180 gram vinyl. It's pressed on this pink and white swirl that you can see here. It's a heavyweight case wrapped jacket that also includes an additional lyric sheet that's provided from Vinyl Me Please that you can see here, as well as this extra artwork with this great picture of Aretha. I love all of the extra artwork and all the extra things that Vinyl Me Please provides with these things. Again, I'm just gonna keep saying it, I got this record for free. The next one here is kind of a mixed bag of emotions. I was very, very excited to get this for free. Gabor Szabo Dreams, which, if you're not familiar, he's a guitarist, a jazz guitarist, and does some great stuff. I got to really know him through CTI Records. This album is really good. This was a Classic Records repress. Now, here's where the mixed emotions come in. This is the repress version that comes from GZ Vinyl. There is a version that comes from Quality Record Pressings that was pressed at Quality Record Pressings. That's the original version that came out in, I believe, 2020 when this was originally released as their record of the month. This repress from GZ Vinyl has mixed reviews and mixed bags on Discogs. I unfortunately got a warped copy that is pretty noisy as well, but other people have stated that just like the QRP version, they got an amazing piece of vinyl from Vinyl Me Please with this. Apparently this pressing is incredible. Some people have said that it is the best record that they now have in their collection, from the sound of it, from the quality of it and everything. So I went out and I bought the QRP version because I want to hear that version and I want to have that version. So maybe we'll do a shootout when I get it. I also have something in store to try to flatten this record, so we'll see about that in the future. But again, has one of these booklets for the Classic Records of the Month. I'm super big fan of these booklets. I really like this one in particular, the color of it. This is another great packaging here. The cover art is just amazing. This gatefold cover is so beautiful. The back side of this, this is definitely one of the best jackets that I've ever gotten from Vinyl Me Please. Not all of the GZ Vinyl ones are bad. Some people have gotten good ones, so if you can get a good one, good luck. The next one here was also a record of the month, Erykah Badu's Mama's Gun. This was in the Essentials category. Again, the Essentials category is so odd. You can get some new stuff, old stuff in it. It's just always a mixed bag, but the presentation of this record is fantastic. From everything from the extra artwork that they provide here, the colored records of the gold and the maroon copies here, as well as the jacket itself. It's got this amazing embossed gold artwork. The entire gatefold cover is just really, really high quality and very nice. I listened to the first LP and one track of the second LP. Both records are dead silent and dead flat. Very good quality on this pressing. This here says that it was pressed by Barry Grint at Alchemy Mastering, and so I've seen a lot of his name on a lot of more modern, like hip hop type stuff, or things like this, like neo soul stuff, and it's really great, man. The very good pressing, very good sounding record. Again, another record that I got for free from Vinyl Me Please. I'm just completely thankful for that. So Vinyl Me Please used to do OBIs that had drink recipes inside of them, so you could pair your vinyl with the perfect drink. And I just realized this on this Erykah Badu, there's actually still a drink recipe on the inside of this one. The next 4 records here that I got in the 8 free records are actually probably the ones that I'm most unfamiliar with. And these are ones that I was, again, super excited about this deal, because I don't think I would have even bought these if it wasn't for getting these for free, just because I'm not really that familiar with them and I just had never taken them, so I probably would have gotten other things in that vein. So these are all from Black Jazz Records. Now, these are all represses from Real Gone Music. The first one here is Walter Bishop Jr.'s 4th Cycle, Keeper of My Soul. These are all soul jazz records, lots of flute and saxophone and just lots of out jazz, very, very cool stuff, but not too far out. I don't really get into a lot of really, really out jazz, but this stuff is really great. This is like soul jazzy stuff from the mid 70s, like lots of very Fender Rhodes driven things. I didn't get to listen to all of these in their entirety, but I've listened to a couple of these so far and they're really, really cool. Unfortunately, some of these were warped. These were pressed at Gotta Groove Records, so I don't know anything about them, if they make good pressings or not, but I do know that they did include a really nice inner sleeve with these, although I replace it with my inner sleeves. It's very nice that they even have the inner sleeve for them. These are individually hand numbered. This one is hand numbered 48 out of 500, so I'm grateful for that, and it's also great that I'm getting a limited edition of 500 copies. Again, I've never heard of Walter Bishop Jr.'s 4th Cycle, but this is a pretty cool record to own. Another of the Black Jazz series, Henry Franklin, The Skipper. Again, I'm not familiar with any of these 4 records, so I haven't listened to a lot of them yet, but this one is also on a very awesome dark gray opaque vinyl. Again, from Real Gone Music, and again, limited to 500 copies. hand numbered 154 out of 500. All of these come with these really nice liner notes. These liner notes are very cool. I will get into reading these so I can get more familiar with these guys, but I have not listened to a lot of them. This one here is Gene Russell, Talk to My Lady, another of the Black Jazz series from Real Gone Music. This one is on a green swirl vinyl and is also limited 500 copies. This is number 233 of 500 of the hand numbered copies. I really like that they're hand numbered for each of these, like somebody actually wrote the numbering on them. You can get these Real Gone records from Real Gone Music in black copies as well if you don't want the colored ones, and you don't have to get them from Vinyl Me Please either. I have seen other people get them from other places, but these swirly copies are pretty awesome and they're all limited to 500 each. The last of the Black Jazz series that I got, and the last of the 8 free records that I got from Vinyl Me Please, is Rudolph Johnson, The Second Coming. This one is definitely my favorite of the colored of these 4 variants. This smoky, clear color variant is just beautiful. This is a really nice piece of vinyl. Also limited to 500 copies. This is number 134 of 500. I keep saying it over and over again. I feel like a broken record, no pun intended, for these 4. Not too familiar with these, which is another reason why I got all 4 of these. I got these 4 Black Jazz records because I've never heard them before, and I've never heard this label before, and I wanted to try to get into this, so this was an experience here. It's one of the things I love about Vinyl Me Please. They have a lot of records that I never probably would have gotten on my own, that I've gotten turned on from them, just from them saying this is an essential, or this is something you should be listening to. This is one of those ones they were saying I should be listening to. There's actually a 5th one of these Real Jazz records. I should have gotten it. I'm silly for not doing that, but I wanted those other 4 records before these 4. So there's a 5th of the Real Jazz records for the set of these. I'm gonna go back and get that one as well. I'll end up just paying for it, but I want to have all 5 of these. That one is more vocal driven, and I'm not crazy about the kind of soul jazzy vocal stuff out there, but hey, I'm a collector and I want to have all 5 of these of the limited edition 500 copy Real Gone records. So here you go. Black Jazz records, definitely check these ones out. I mentioned in the beginning that we had the 8 free records come in, but they also shipped with my March record of the month, so we might as well talk about that one as well. And that is Wilson Pickett, Hey Jude. Now, I had never heard this album from Wilson Pickett before. I'm very familiar with Wilson Pickett, Knock on Wood, and like a lot of his other records. I don't have a lot of his other records. Some of them are pretty hard to find, but I am excited for these Atlantic reissues that they have. These Atlantic reissues come with these clear editions. This one is not the clear edition. This is just a black copy vinyl of this one, but this is still a very awesome record. Another AAA cut lacquer from Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound. It sounds amazing. His voice on this is just so present, so front and center. Just a really great record. The drums on this sound really good. Again, because it's a record of the month, you get the OB strip as well as these awesome booklets, and this one here, I love the green color of this booklet. It is so good. These additional liner notes are also really great too. I don't want to spoil them, so definitely go check them out and get one for yourself. As I mentioned, this is the March 2023 record of the month, so this is not one of the 8 free records that I got. However, I would almost bet that by the end of this year that 250 lot of records, this will be included in that, so definitely keep checking back. If you don't get this one automatically, if you sign up for the service, definitely check back for it because it is a really good record you should really own. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I paid full price, well, the sale price for all this vinyl. I continue to pay full price for anything I get from Vinyl Me Please. They have never sent me a record or even a thank you for making a video. So please know, this is not a paid sponsored video. I don't even know if they've ever even seen these videos. If it was, I would totally be upfront about that, and I would love to work with them and get free stuff from them in the future. So if that ever happens in the future, just know I will be upfront about that. I am a huge fan of the service. I buy way too much from them, from their exclusives and other things. They've got a lot of great exclusives coming out as well. They have great music choices, and they had others in the past that I'm still catching up on. I just got Dorothy Ashby, the Ruby out of Dorothy Ashby, to go along with my Afro harping that's coming along in the Cadet box set. And Dorothy Ashby is a perfect example of the kind of stuff that I'm getting into from this service. They even got me to fall in love with Bruce Springsteen, which I have never really been into, but the Nebraska record is so good, and I never would have gotten it if it wasn't for Vinyl Me Please. They also got me into folk music. I have a folk music box set from the Story of Vanguard records coming in from them. Stay tuned for that. Definitely subscribe to the channel so I can have a reason to keep telling my wife I need to make these videos and buy more pieces of vinyl.
I'm in deep. I'm in deep.
I'm gonna go listen to some of these records now. I will see you guys on the next one.